Hello, I'm Angela Hughes. I'm the Assistant Director of Patient Experience at Cardiff and Vale University Health Board, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here at the Patient Experience National Awards, and really pleased that my Patient Experience team has been nominated as a finalist in this category, which I'm sure was extremely popular this year, because I know how very hard all of the staff in healthcare and in patient experience teams have really worked throughout the past year in the pandemic. I don't think you really want to listen to me for 10 minutes, so I have a couple of slides and then I'll be sharing some videos really of demonstrating to you the things that the teams have done over the past year. Just to tell you a little bit about Cardiff and the Vale. Cardiff is capital city in Wales. We have a very growing and diverse population of nearly 500,000 people. We employ around 14,500 staff. We have approximately 700 volunteers in Cardiff and the Vale as well. And we usually have a turnover of about £1.4 billion. And as you can see there is a photograph of one of our castles, our fairy tale castle, Castle Cork, which if you ever get a chance to come to Cardiff, will be lovely for you to see. You don't really want to listen to me talking throughout this presentation. So I am going to share a video with you in a moment of some of the work that we've done over the past year. But I thought it's probably important to talk about the context where we all know where we've been through this time of the pandemic. Some of you may recognise the Cardiff Principality Stadium. You may have been there for concerts. You may have been there to watch some rugby internationals. And that became our field hospital, our Dragon's Heart Hospital. As with many of you are probably involved in having to set up field hospitals very quickly, we really did plan for the worst and hope for the best, and we were all in very uncharted territory. The other photograph you can see there is of one of our mental health student nurses who very kindly recorded a song for us that was played at the opening of the Dragon's Heart Hospital. And it's her voice that you will hear when we do our presentation video next. Dana is also a patient experience support for us and has also been involved in our virtual visiting, which we will also share with you as we go through.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh why can't I?
Thank you. So I think as all of us have learned over the past year, it's about doing things differently. And we've all had to work very differently in many of the roles that we've done. And I'm very proud of the team who've all worked together to do lots and lots of different things. And I think one of the things that we knew that was very important to families who had lost a child was the Children's Memorial Service that we hold every year. And we had to do it differently. So we had to make that an online service. It is a multi-faith service. But we also knew how important it was for people to actually send in their messages to their loved ones. So they actually did that by sending this in their hearts, which we then added to the tree. One of the big issues and concerns that we had really during the pandemic was how did we, with restricted visiting, make sure that people could actually stay in touch with their loved ones. And it's really important. We facilitated phone calls using our patient experience supports. We were very lucky to have medical students and student nurses undertaking this role for us, and also some of our volunteers. And really perhaps supporting people who were used to using technology, so families could contact us for information on how to use Zoom, etc., to stay in touch with their loved ones. And the next video will just show you one of our medical students talking about virtual visiting.
So my name is Frank Davis. I was a third year medical student, but now I'm making up part of the patient experience team, which involves trying to connect patients with their families outside of hospital, because obviously there's no visiting at the moment. There's a few of us at all the hospitals in the Cardiff and Vale trusts, and of course with not many people in the hospital being tech savvy, especially here at St David's in the geriatric ward, we're here to bridge the gap between the patients and their families, because of course there's no visiting, and we're doing that via video calls. A lot of patients do ring their relatives, but it's quite nice to actually see them, and it gives them a bit of peace of mind. It brightens up their day, and also gives the relatives peace of mind as well. That you know, when you can see that someone's doing okay, it's a bit better than someone just telling you that they're doing okay. So Ruth, one of our patients, is very hard of hearing, and also is not eating as much as possibly she should be. And so when we went on the Zoom call, her sons encouraged her to eat and told her of its importance. And we think that because of that message coming from the sons themselves and being able to see that message, in the next days her eating did pick up slightly, and of course that's really important for any patient's recovery. A lot of those patients would be living with those people 24/7 before that, and to suddenly come into a scary environment where you can't see them at all is nerve-wracking. And so I think it really sort of helps the patient's motivation to keep getting better and to keep being strong.
So what have we learned really through this whole time? I think what we've learned is if you listen to people, you need to do something. Listen and act at speed and in real time. Work together. The team have very much all had to take on many different roles throughout this time. We commenced 7-day working across our patient experience team, including our complaints and claims team, who also host a visiting helpline and a mass vaccination inquiry line as well. And that's been really well received by people. Hospitals don't close on the weekend, so it feels right that we should work over the 7 days as well. Be innovative, I think, is really important. Challenge yourself, challenge others around you, because there's an awful lot you can do, and you can do things very, very differently. I think also be kind to each other and yourself is really, really important message. We know that people will often focus on what they haven't done and will forget to focus on what they have achieved, and actually sometimes reminding each other of that is really important. And I think for us the key message is, from chaos, opportunity and innovation will thrive, and I hope we've been able to share that with you today. And thank you very much. I'm very happy to take any questions.